Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? Guess I misread the landing. I need something to eat.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about... So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people?
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well...
Hey.
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Danans from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Hey,
Hear me! Dance to the wind!
Glacial Sphere!
Here's the easy one!
Blazing Wyvern!
Freeze Lancer! Astral Energy! Alright! Primed and ready! Freeze Lancer! Tunnel! Photon Flash! Radiant Pierce!
Resistance go with you! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
Here, let me help!
With the earth.
First aid! Here's a healing arc! Thunder Aid! Radiant!
Not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Arc Seal! Thrust and weak! Light Astral! It's Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renins tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renins here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renins. The Renins were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing! How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility. times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever...
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes, and yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harrows.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
Huh?
Well... yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I got...
No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have...
Oh. Well...
Well...
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
I can't...
yeah. Law.
Yeah! Huh?
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! I wasn't expecting a thing. Thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory. Bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Yes.
Ugh. All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe.
Oh?
What? Yes!
Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just...
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! 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 Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Yes.
What? I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Phew. Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renins if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that... I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms. No one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Not today!
Lightning orb! Annihilation! I never fit! Leave the enemy's arms
In a
to
bind?
me!
Come and fit.
No complaints here!
More pile of water! Mega ray! Heal force!
Denied!
It's over!
Finish it!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Lightning conduct! Mega ray! Gemini Alpha! By the count... I'll heal you all!
Negative gate!
Healing circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Take it! It's over! Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant finish it! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Mega ray! By the power of water!
Benediction light.
Ready!
Heal! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
By the power of water! Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Eat dirt!
Thy sins. They
Annihilation! Mega ray! Annihilation!
execution!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
The heavens must be smiling. Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Double Demon Fang!
Stay calm.
Demon Fang!
You're thrust in pain.
Illuminate the dark!
You're mine!
Simian pests. I shall seal you where you stand.
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
I owe you one.
Lightning descend! Annihilation!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Rising Wyvern!
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
I'm ready!
Flame of Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go! Holy Land, strike!
I can't lay a finger on it.
I prefer it that way. What about you?
Just watch and see.
It's over!
Negative gate.
I'm all stuck to no time! Illuminate the dark!
Bringing you a bloody
Holy Land! Annihilation!
I'm ready.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree? Retreat if you know what's good for you.
You got your ready!
Here, let's
I never quit!
Here I come! Dragon
I
Fist!
can shatter any steel! Get you all cast away! Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Now!
We've turned the tables on her.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold
Glacial
back.
Spear. Pierce evil.
Freeze!
I can carve through armor!
Mirage!
Now!
Breathing you a bloody
Power of water! Don't get complacent.
I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
This won't be easy.
Don't be such a pessimist!
Take this!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious! Do it!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better.
Can you
You
take
and I
care of
both.
them?
No sooner said than done.
Eat dirt!
Now! First aid! Astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
Rising water! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Wind astral energy!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I need to be stronger.
Damn it! An opponent like this should be easy.
Resonate with the earth.
Eat dirt.
Take this!
Illuminate the dark!
Soaring light!
Will this help?
I'll never miss! Is that statue wielding art? Now it's
Damn it!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes, a merry
heal you
distraction.
all. There's still more to go.
It got flyers!
The enemy
I've
wields
got
arts
this!
too.
Let him look and see about that!
All yours!
Wind astral energy! More where that came
Will
from!
this help?
Illuminate the dark!
Ignite!
Come forth! Holy glimmer!
Negative gate!
Healing circle! Holy lamp!
Take this!
Hear me! Flaming sword!
bloody howling!
Glacial spear. Here's the open. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Resonate with the earth.
Sighted. I'm only getting one.
Dance in the wind!
Rending you a bloody howling.
Searing line! Reload! And again!
Raining slash!
Here's a ready to go! Yes, out there! Very bad!
I don't feel so good.
First aid!
Here's a healing art.
Take this!
First aid! Our expert coming through!
Begin.
Watch and too much to handle? Dance in the wind! In here, now! This'll come in handy. Well, looky here!
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zulu cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a...
I have a bad feeling about this.
Resonate with the
Illuminate the
earth.
dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer!
Rising! Hurricane Flood! I'll take you all on! Eat dirt!
Your wings won't save you from me.
Rising water!
I can carve through
Do
armor.
it.
Jump!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the wind!
I never miss.
You're mine!
Air thrust!
Take Botas. It's over. As impressive as always.
But here I hoped I wasn't fooled.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here! Negative
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy
Finish it!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Go! You're mine! Searing flame!
Rising
Reload!
water!
I'm out of
Flame
ammunition!
inside me, yours to be let free!
Now! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Didn't even break a sweat. We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Coming
I'll
through!
heal you all! Healing Easter! What would I do now?
Resonate with the earth!
Where are you going? Aren't even natural?
Bathed in blood.
Raining
But not in your dreams! Here!
Howling!
Hear me! Flame of illuminate the dark! Come forth!
I'll smash you!
Holy radiance! Here! Arch of fire complete!
Rising wyvern!
Dance in the wind! Air
Prepare to be sealed by a fleet of foot.
I'm out of action!
Sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. I can't hold on much longer! Back into the fight! Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself.
I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! The flame inside me, yours to be let free!
Here!
Now or never.
Healing
In a
circle.
bind?
Holy land! Hear me!
All in order.
Flaming pillar! Burning strike! Glacial
I
spear!
don't know what
Pierce
I'd do
evil!
without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Here! Dopaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rindo Special. This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Rising
Can
wyvern!
you take it?
Dance in the wind! Here
Resonate
goes!
with the earth!
Radiant
Still
spear!
up! Being interrupted!
Got you! Let the
Stalagmite!
marksman handle this!
Green, bathed in
By the
blood! Rending you
annihilation!
apart!
Back into the
Bloody
fray!
howling!
Lightning Mega Ray!
Throbs in pain.
Come one, come all!
Resonate with the earth!
As impressive as always. That's my cue!
Here I hoped I wasn't fooled.
Shut him down!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! Now! Gemini
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Burn in hell!
Holy Glimmer! Freeze Lancer! Holy Lance! I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more healing for now.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Are you just going to keep standing around?
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
We finally made it.
You make sure to rest too, Hootle.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
You go ahead and sleep. I'm going to grab another bite to eat first. Morning. Ready to head out?
And thus our strength yet grows.
We finally made it.
I wonder if something happened.
I sense a poor soul.
No.
All right? You don't say. Stay calm. Good.
Sure.
Perhaps you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up.
I felt moved by people whose love
Huh?
Rin.
Got right.
Okay, off we go. That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dance in the wind! I'm not so good with airborne punch. Extra energy! It's over!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Eat dirt!
Slash!
Radiant
Elusive
Lightning
deity.
Cascade!
Hurricane
Radiant
Strike!
Flare.
Rising
Dance in the
Phoenix!
wind!
Elusive
Air
deity.
thrust! Radiant Spear!
Rising Wyvern!
I'll smash you!
Rising
I'll
Thunder!
take you.
Reload! I'm out of ammo! Into the fray!
Can't get out of this!
Holy Land!
Here, let me help! First aid!
You're on!
Burn! Begin!
Here I go!
Seismic rupture!
Now, lost! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here I go!
Magic is
And
in.
again!
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Renwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
I'm out of ammo! Watch and leave the charge! Will this help?
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Healing circle! Here's a healing arc!
Now I can
First
release.
aid! Here, let me help!
Finish it!
I'm open! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Here I come!
Reload!
Ignite!
Here, let me help! First aid! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze lancer! Here I go! Let the marksman handle this!
Rising Wyvern!
Armor won't save you!
Soaring Light Spear!
Here I go! Glacial spear! Will this help? I never miss!
Holy Land!
Be still!
Here I go! It's over!
Illuminate the dark!
Think
Come
again!
forth, holy
No
glimmer!
defense! I'll bring
Holy
you back from...
land!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
On your knees.
Go!
Dance in the wind!
Here's a healing
Resonate
arm!
with the earth.
First aid! Think again!
Falcon!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
It's over!
Holy land!
Rending you a bloody howling.
Far enough! Alright, it's down!
Take this!
Radiant
Fire!
fire!
Reload!
Begin.
Radiant here!
Resonate with the
I'm
earth.
out of ammo!
Stalagmite. Carve through armor. On your
This
knees.
one's mine!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy land!
Radiant here!
No further.
Radiant here!
Illuminate
Here,
the
let
dark!
me help!
Come
Bathed
forth,
in
first
blood.
aid!
Here's
Holy
a healing
land!
arm! Here, let me help! First aid!
Rising Wyvern!
Dance in the wind!
Think
Air
again!
thrust!
Pathetic! Take it! You're mine! I'm all done!
Illuminate the dark! Come
There!
forth! Holy glimmer! Holy
Here I
land!
go!
Illuminate the dark!
Can't be happening!
I couldn't take it in time.
Rising
Nothing gets
Wyvern!
by me!
Illuminate the dark!
Anything
Come
in
forth,
armor is
holy
all
glimmer!
mine.
Holy land!
On your knees. Air pressure.
Illuminate the dark!
Rising...
Ready to go!
Holy glimmer! Holy land!
Be still!
Here, let me help!
Falcon!
First aid!
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah,
First aid!
you too.
Here, let me help!
Free!
First aid!
Illuminate the dark!
Glacial spear!
Rising
Here's
Wyvern!
evil!
Holy land!
Ignite!
Freeze Lancer! Primed and ready!
Rising Wyvern!
Save you.
Here I come!
There you go! Don't let up!
Rocks in pain.
I never miss!
Rising Phoenix!
Shining!
Here's a healing
Take
arm!
this.
Here, let me help!
Be still!
First
You're the
aid!
pace for that!
I'll bring you back from death's
Rising
abyss!
Falcon!
Resuscitation! Here, let me help!
Execution.
First
Still
aid!
got the fight like you need.
Air pressure.
Got it! Here's a healing arm! Now's our chance!
You're finished!
Holy land!
Soaring Light
First
Spear!
aid!
Lightning condense!
Begin.
Thunder
Elusive
blade!
deity.
Illuminate the dark!
It's
Come
on!
forth, holy land!
Tearing
Dirt.
you apart. Bloody howling.
Annihilation! Alpha! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Ready to go!
Rising Wyvern!
They smite
Here.
blackened blade.
Illuminate the dark!
Rising
Searing
Falcon!
flame! Holy land!
Rising
Let me
Blood!
see what I can do.
Rising
Ready? Far enough! Here!
Air pressure.
Slash! Lightning!
Demon Fang!
Glacial spear! Here's evil! Freeze laser! They're not playing around!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Rising Wyvern! Soaring
Here I
Light
go!
Spear!
I'm only getting...
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Here, let me help! First aid! Here's a healing... If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Eat dirt!
Raging cascade!
Lightning Thrust!
Take
Dance in the wind!
rotating pile drive. In a bind.
Rising Wyvern!
I'll heal you all! I
Reflection
never
light.
miss!
They
Be
smite
still.
with blackened
Rising
blade.
Falcon!
Now you see what I can do.
In here!
Take this!
I can't...
I'll burn out!
Far enough!
Rising Phoenix!
In your death. Resonate with the earth.
Got you!
Stalagmite.
Watch
Moon
it!
Gate!
Bathed in
Lunar
blood.
Rondo!
Rending you a bloody howling.
Take this!
There! Have you!
Stunner!
Radiant
Rising Falcon! It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Annihilation! Back into the fray!
It's over!
To handle! Dance
Resonate with the
Glacial spear!
earth. Stalagmite.
Radiant blood!
Bathed in blood. Rending you
Rising
apart.
Wyvern!
It's go time.
Stunner!
Here,
Bloody
let me help!
howling.
Here's a healing art! First
Sonic
aid!
Thrust!
I never miss!
Elusive deity. Rotating
Not
pile
my
driver.
Oh,
Be still!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Dragon Corp!
This one is almost in the bag!
We're not done yet. Just falling back.
Get out of
Then
this!
it's time for you to do what you do best!
Such unadulterated fury.
Here I go!
Negative gauge force online!
It's over! Illuminate! Magic is in! Take it! You're mine!
Execution! Rising Falcon!
Thrilling
You picked the wrong
performance.
fight!
Got you! Magna Ray!
They
Gemini All Raging Star!
Severing Wind!
Anything
in the world is all mine!
Holy Terror! Holy Wind! It won't end like this!
Armor won't save you! Reflect on thy sins.
Dragon
They
Shell!
smite
Illuminating Ray! Come
Look that if you hear it!
Art Expert coming through!
Resonate with the earth!
Going in!
Swallow dance! Death Blossom!
Illuminate the dark!
Hurricane Punch!
Eat this one's
Talon Storm!
Hurricane Strike!
On your Watch this!
Guess I had to use it somehow.
Death Blossom! Far enough! Watch it!
Going in!
Eat this! I'll end you, Luna! Arc! Ready and ready!
They're not playing around!
Watch this!
Going in!
Reflect
One more time!
They smite with blinding!
Nicole, sorry.
Oh, you are gonna pay for that! Execution! I'm on a roll now! I'm ready! Burn!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! Step back! This one's all law! We finally made it.
Yeah.
How?
Huh? Well...
Hey! Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.